Go J Moto. And that's it for what's going on, you guys.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Like I said, it's the end of semester, so things are kind of winding down.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you know.
Still some things going on.
You know, a couple of things. But that's
Thank
it.
you.
You're welcome.
All right. Terica. Hey.
Hey.
Good to see you. Glad you're here. You're checking in with us.
Hi, Erica.
Hi. You want to do this introduction for us?
Yes, I do.
All right.
Okay, so today, they teased on the 4 o'clock hour that we were going to have an interview today. We have Tristan of Tristan Ervin Photography. I need that Terica, whatever I do. He's a student at the University of West Georgia. He does photography, obviously. He works in Carrollton and Atlanta, the metro Atlanta area, doing everything from sports, some PR work. He did some photographs of me, and they came out excellent. So I can personally vouch that he is an awesome photographer.
Thank you, Terica.
He's the bomb.
Thank you so much.
That was sweet.
Oh, Terica.
Terica's so nice.
Okay, so yeah, well, let's interview him. I guess he could tell us. We don't want Terica to tell us everything.
No, we want to know what Terica work was.
Oh yeah, Terica. We know, girl. What you took pictures for?
You should have heard her at the 4 o'clock hour. Yeah, he took a picture of me in my bikini.
That's because, wait. Can I explain myself, please?
Please do.
That's because the trending topic on Twitter was, what was it, Janelle? It was like,
Don't act like you never.
Don't act like you never wanted to do your photographer. So I jokingly said,
wow.
I jokingly said that, you know, I took pictures of Tristan, who was my photographer, in a bikini, and, you know.
Okay, yeah, we know.
Anyway.
Thanks for that, Terica.
It was a joke.
Okay, yeah, nice joke. Moving on. Let's ask Mr. Tristan, how are you?
I'm great. How are you guys today?
Good. Thank you for coming by.
It's good to be here. Thank you.
Okay, so you're a freelance photographer, as
yes,
I understand.
I am a freelance photographer based out of Atlanta, Georgia. I do a lot of work in Atlanta. I'm almost in Atlanta every single weekend doing something, but I work here in Carrollton too. So.
Did that.
Okay.
Yep.
So how long have you been into photography?
I've been into photography for about 6 years now, but I really didn't start doing it seriously until about 3 years ago. It was a hobby up until then, but I decided to get serious with it. People took a liking to my stuff, and I was like, you know, why not try this out for real? And so from that point on, it's been the sky's the limit. So
the sky is the limit.
It is the limit. So what made you like get into it? Like what made you all of a sudden be like, I want to be a photographer?
It really wasn't that concrete. It was just it just happened. Like I picked up a camera one day and I'm like, okay, I took a couple images. Let me put it on the internet. Put it on the internet, and people started taking a liking to it. Like, Tristan, you're kind of good. Do you want to photograph me? I was when I first picked up a camera, I would say 15. Yeah.
So, do you think you have to have like a special eye? Can I be a photographer?
Well, let me say this. It takes a lot of practice, and just to be blunt, either you have the eye or you don't. Not everybody that picks up a camera can be a photographer. I'm not saying that you can't do it, because I've never seen you take a picture.
What if I
before.
have the eye?
Buy yourself a camera. Let me see what you got.
I got you.
It definitely looks a lot easier than it is.
It really is. People think it's easy, but I'll be honest, it's not. It's a hard thing to do. It's not just looking through a lens and hitting a button. It's a lot more to it.
I know when I went into the studio with Tristan, I had asked one of our mutual friends to come along because she does a lot of modeling, and I had to do all these weird poses that when you look on a poster, it looks like, oh, I can do that, but it's very uncomfortable.
If I can chime in real quick, Tristan, what kind of camera are you working with, and how important is that as a photographer to you know, do you have to have a high-tech camera, or you know, what if someone wants to get into photography, do you have to go out and buy the biggest, baddest, most expensive camera?
Let me say this. My first camera, when I started taking it seriously, was a Nikon D60, and that's a starter camera. If you're just starting out, you don't want to go out and buy the most expensive camera because you don't know how good you're going to be at it. But recently, I bought a Nikon D300, which is a higher-end camera. I upgraded, definitely. So now I'm working with that. I outgrew my Nikon D60. The D300 is just a lot. It processes faster. It's a faster camera. It's more efficient for me, and it gets the job done. The D60 doesn't quite do that anymore, so that's why I had to upgrade. So, yeah.
That's cool. So As far as your photography goes, how can people like see pictures or things that you've done from your work?
Right now, I put my pictures on a website called Flickr. It's FLICKR.com / Tristography.
Tristography.
That was my first name when I first started out. But Flickr.com / Tristography, TRISTOGRAPHY. So that's where they can see my stuff. And of course, I have a fan page on Facebook. Just type in facebook.com / Tristan Ervin Photography. And Twitter. Twitter.com / Trist, TRIST ERV photos.
I see you looking up like, dang, I got a lot.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. I can't spell on the spot. I'm very illiterate, I guess.
Yeah.
Real quick before you go, any major projects or
Oh, there's a ton of things that I'm doing right now. I'm working with a lot of underground / semi-famous musicians in Atlanta right now. Sean Fallion, Jeffrey Jocelyn, Kyle Lucas of Vonnegut, Backbone from Dungeon Family, Killer Mike from Dungeon Family. A lot of people that I'm working with right now. But I'm aside from music, I'm still doing portraits, like emotive / cosplay / themed style portraits. A lot of that. So, yeah.
Well, so I have a question. So if I want some pictures being taken, what's the proper?
The best way to holler at me.
Yep.
You can.
Holla.
You might. I think you have my number. You can just shoot me a text message.
I think I got your number here too, Tristan.
But if you don't have my number, and this goes for everyone that's listening, just shoot me an email. It's a long email. I'm sorry. TristanErvinPhotography@gmail.com.
It's not that bad.
Yes, it is. It's a lot to type. It takes me at least 10 seconds and 10 tries to type it out myself.
It's Ervin with an I.
E. You want me to spell it? I'll spell this out too.
Real quick.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
TristanErvin photography
@gmail.com.
I have a question. What is the craziest shoot that you've ever done?
That was my question.
Wow. Check this out. That immediately popped into my mind. Last year, I did a shoot called Starving Artist with a girl named Laura Finley. And the premise of that was we had a lot of paint, a lot of pastel crayons, and I had a sheet. So before we did the shoot, we splattered paint on the sheet to use as a background. And once we did that, she wore a white wife beater and some short shorts, and put paint on her, painted her, and then in order to achieve the starving artist, she actually ate the paint.
Wow.
She had paint on her tongue, in her mouth. We had a bowl filled with paint and a paintbrush, as if it was like eating cereal, except she was eating paint. Yeah, that's probably the craziest / funnest, is funnest a word? Most fun shoot I've done.
Do you have any of those photos up?
Yes, they're on the Flickr.
Okay, so we would like
Hopefully
to
I don't have to spell it out again.
What about awkward moments?
Awkward moments. Let me think. I had a shoot about a month ago where the guy hollered at me. He's like, hey, I need some photos for my album, and I need them by Friday. I'm like, well, do you have any ideas of what kind of photos you want? He's like, no, but I'll get at you later this week. And he never hollered back at me, so I was asking him. And then finally, the day of the shoot, we still don't have an idea of what to do. And so he kind of just didn't give me anything. And I was like, so do you want to do this or do you want to do that? And he just wasn't giving me anything. I'm like, this is very awkward.
That is awkward.
Your photos aren't going to be that great if you don't give me anything. Not to be mean, but.
Well, some of us are seniors and we like to get our senior pictures taken.
I do graduation portraits.
So you think you might give us a little discount?
I could. Y'all brought me here. Why not? Why not?
That's not ghetto. I'm just saying.
She's a nice girl. I don't mind. I'll give you.
What's the discount?
I'll give you 0.0009% off. There you go.
Well, you know what? It's better than nothing. But that's all the time we have now.
Can I have?
You want to stick around?
Can I do like 2, 3, or 4 shout outs?
Quickly. Yeah.
Okay. Shout out to Leslie Mack, TheLeslieMack.com. She's a singer. Shout out to Terrence Rush, and he's my partner. Shout out to FartherOut.com, based in Atlanta. Glenn Sadler, Tobias Harris, all those guys. And shout out to BJ Ioliki. And Chasing Squirrels, me, Terrence, and Winton's production company. Shout out to them too.
All right.
So yeah.
Well, thank you, Mr. Tristan Ervin.
I'll stick around if you want me to.
You sure
definitely
can.
should.
You can listen to the rest of our show and talk with us.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, well, bye, Terica.
Terica, I love you.
Terica.
Thanks for telling the world that you have to go.
Well, I didn't want people to be missing me. I have to go get
I know,
advised
girl.
by Hadley.
All your fans.
Hey,
Keep your clothes on this time, Terica.
I'm not taking
photo
these photos.
shoot.
What's up with that? You leaving to a photo shoot without me?
No, he was just kidding.
Oh.
I would never let anybody else photograph me.
Thank you.
Anyway, goodbye. Bye, Terica. All right, thank you. We're going to take a quick song break, and we'll be